Welcome back to Valheim. I have just started the foundation of my initial settlement. I managed to build a workshop and build up a little shelter over it so that I could use it. And so I've used it to repair my weapons. In fact, let me, my weapons and my tools. Let me repair my hoe real quick. But what I actually want to do this episode is build myself a house. There's a lot of reasons why you might want a house. One of them is so that you can have a bed in a sheltered place where you can sleep. I believe that you can actually skip nighttime if you want to. But another thing that lets you do is actually save your game and respawn in the same spot, which is really important. Because I actually don't know for sure. Okay, I am pretty close to the standing stones, actually. I can see in my mini-map up above that if I did respawn at the standing stones where I began, I would be able to get back to my base pretty quickly. But still, it's a lot more convenient to restart when you die in a place where you've got a bunch of things built up, including backup tools and weapons, stuff like that. So we definitely want to build ourselves a home. So the first thing, though, I think let's have a look at our inventory. I've only got 29 wood, which is not a lot of wood. And so the first thing we need to do is get ourselves some more wood. So let's equip our axe and get out there and start tree chopping. So, you know, this'll take whatever amount of time tree chopping takes. Anybody in the chat got topics they want to discuss? Come on. There we go. Okay, yeah, that did fall towards me. Okay, so I was wondering if anything about sort of the direction that you sort of like are facing when you're chopping a log had anything to do with the direction that the log fell, so that you could like make it fall a particular direction on purpose. And it looks like no, they just basically replaced the trunk of the tree. Oh, thank you for damaging my house. It looks like they just replace the tree with the falling log, and they just let it fall where it may. So let's chop these logs up. So Ripcore asks, what's stopping me from buying a Steam Deck? It costs a lot of money, mainly. You know, and so like, so it's just sort of like, it's a priorities thing. Like, you know, if you got like $500 or something like that, what are you going to spend that $500 on? You could buy a Steam Deck on top of the, you know, 9 other video game devices you have, if you're me, because I've got a lot of video game devices. Or you could spend it on something more different that maybe benefits your entire family a little bit more. And so, you know, when I splurge on something like that, that's basically just for me, I have to put a lot of thought into it. And so I haven't really... Especially when the Steam Deck was new, and I didn't know if it was going to be any good, I felt very cautious about getting one, because if it was going to turn out that I wasn't going to use it very much, I was like, it's not going to be worth the $500. And because I've already got a Switch, right, that I play on all the time, and a lot of the games, like the Steam games that I really like, a lot of my favorite indie games, do end up coming to Switch. And so I've already got mobile versions of them, and so I just wasn't feeling like I needed the Steam Deck in order to have that experience. That might change over time, though. If the Steam Deck becomes more popular, it might end up being sort of less profitable for people to port things to the Switch, in which case, you know, I might very well need it to play some of the games that I want in a sort of mobile-type environment. But also, like, for instance, every time Milo streams with me lately, he's been asking on the stream if I can buy him an Xbox Series S, because he wants to be able to play Goat Simulator on console, and I think he wants to be able to play, you know, more modern games. Right now, he's kind of stuck with sort of older and cross-generational games. And so I'm like, okay, so am I going to spend $500 getting myself a Steam Deck when I could spend a little more than half that getting him and his siblings an Xbox Series S? So, you know, stuff like that. When you're a dad, you got to think about a lot more priorities than just what you would like. Because, yeah, I think if I was just, like, single and it was just me, I would probably have a Steam Deck already. But it's not. I got to think about what everybody needs. So Quintarius says that apparently State of Decay 2 actually works pretty well on the Steam Deck. So, yeah, I have not tried it. So I can't vouch for it myself. Yes, I was hoping I would knock both of those trees down at once. I've not tried it, but I have heard that some people have really enjoyed it. And actually, that might be a way for me to play it on Steam, because normally I don't play it on Steam. Specifically because on my gaming machine is also my work machine. Oh, I am out of axe. Let us gain different axe. I have, so my gaming machine is my work machine. And my work machine is signed into Sandbox Xbox Live account, because that's what I need to do in order to sort of test pre-release stuff. And we've got a tool that lets you switch back and forth. Like, you can't, it's not like it's impossible to switch sandboxes and sign in and sign out of your Xbox Live account, but it's annoying. And just because I want to avoid that annoyance, I just never, ever do it. I never, ever sign in and out of my work Xbox Live account. So that's why I don't really play Xbox Live games on Steam. That's why I don't play Gears Tactics on Steam. That's why I don't play State of Decay 2 on Steam. But if I had a different Steam device, I might very well play those games on that platform. And that might be pretty cool. Oh, so Proxicus wants to know, has your schedule shifted? Will you be doing more 11 a.m. streams? I've been super late the past couple of weeks. It's really kind of up in the air. So, like, typically, you know, I think people often avoid doing meetings right after lunch, because most people, their lunch break is from 12 to 1. And they try to avoid doing meetings right after lunch because sometimes people run a little bit late if their meeting is right after lunch. And so usually, because I take longer lunch breaks and I make up for that time by, working after hours, usually if I'm going to have a longer lunch break, it goes late. I'll have meetings right up until noon, but then no new meetings until 2 o'clock or later. And so 12 to 2 feels like a good lunch break time. But now and then that just won't be the case. Now and then I'll have a day where somebody does make a meeting at 1 or 1:30, but nobody gives me a meeting right before work. Right before lunch. Okay, it looks like my inventory is full of wood, so we're probably good now. Let's go and repair our tools and start building our house. And so, yeah, it's really just luck of the draw. I think that because this is like planning week instead of regular work week, that's one reason why sort of the usual rules for how meetings get scheduled just don't apply, because there's a bunch of different meetings people are trying to make, and that are unusual meetings, and so that leads to sort of just unusual timing for meetings. So that's why I've been doing, I think, more like 11 a.m. type streams this week. Generally, I think 12 to 2 is still going to be the usual time, though. Or 12 to 1. 12 to 2 or 12 to 1 is going to be the usual time. Okay, so I want to build this house up on stilts. And I'm not dead certain the right place to put the first stilt. I'm thinking I want to put it out here. And which way do I want the house to face? I'm thinking this way. So let's put that down. But now, the one thing I can't do is just snap disparate things to a grid. Now, I think it's good that I'm able to sort of freely place random different things pointing in different directions. That's very helpful. But it also means that if I want to build something very regular, I kind of have to build it from one stake in the ground outwards. So let's switch to building floors. See, can I attach a floor to the corner of this? No, I can't put a floor on the corner. I have to put it up directly on top of it. Then once I put a floor on top of it, I think I can snap floors together sideways. And future floors, I think I could put pillars on their corners. So let's... And you can see this little... Oh, right. I need to be standing within the workbench dotted line. Oh, dang. The workbench dotted line is really, really small. So, okay, this is an area where I'm hoping that my chat can help me out here. Because is there a way to get this workbench... I deliberately put the workbench where it was because I thought that the range was going to be... Okay, I don't think I can attach this. Okay, barely. I barely made it. I thought the range would be longer. Is there a way to increase the range of my workbench? Okay, how am I going to support this thing? I can't see well enough to tell if it's going to be a support. Does it have to be officially snapped together to count as a support? Like, how do I... Oh, okay. So Ripcore says that you can build additional workbenches, and that's how you can extend it. Okay, I think... Yeah, okay, so I got one to snap there. Let's grab the longer pillar and see if I can get it to snap. Okay, yeah, so this spot right here is an uncomfortable height. Wait, oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I just want to get it supported enough that I can continue to build. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna keep building floors out this direction. The same way I did over there. And then I'll start thinking about exactly how big I want this house to be. So a house doesn't have to be that big to be functional. Like, you can... Basically, a bed is just... I think these things that I'm placing down are about, what, 2 meters wide? I think you only need that much space for a bed. So you could build, like, the tiniest house and put a bed in it. I think that... I don't remember what the benefits were. I think that there are benefits to having your bed be warm, which means having it near a fire of some kind is valuable. Exactly what kind of fire, like exactly how to place the fire is a whole question. Okay, dang it, this is just exactly the wrong height. Okay, so that pillar will snap, but it's not connected to the ground. That looks weird. I want to put a pillar underneath it, but I can't. And then if I do the slightly taller pillar, it's too tall and it won't snap. Is there a way for me to, like, free myself from the camera or something so that I can, like, get underneath here and say, no, I really want to snap this thing to the bottom of this floor? Oh, Tank says I can raise the ground. Of course you can raise the ground. Of course. That's true. Okay, so let's do that. Let's attach that, and then let's grab our hoe. And will leveling the ground be enough? I take the ground that's next to it and go level? Or will I have to actually raise? Let's see here. Yeah, that's not really working. I might have to actually raise. So that means this, but I need more stone in order to raise the ground. And stone is kind of hard to find. So I'm going to abandon this for a moment. Yeah, the tank agrees that getting stuff to snap on the bottom is particularly annoying. I feel like it just, if it were possible to just sort of like raise and lower the camera or something like that while in build mode, that might be enough to just give you an angle. I guess I'll talk to Huggin. What do you need, Huggin? Okay, yes. I know about the hoe. Thank you. I'm just going to wander around, see if I see some rocks. I assume that eventually you can get a pickaxe and get rocks out of these rocks. These big rocks. But I think I can't do that yet. I'm not sure what I need for a pickaxe. But I imagine using stone to break stone probably doesn't make a lot of sense, right? And so I imagine maybe it's when I start working metal that I'll be able to do it. Oh, hey, berries. Oh, what the? Oh, yeah? You wanna tangle with me? Yeah! Take that, little butt. All right. Collect myself some raspberries. Okay, so if all I need to do is just raise that one spot of ground, I'm probably covered. But in case I want to raise more ground later, I should collect a few more stones. So Patent Pending showed up and says, this game looks beautiful. Yeah, so it's interesting because, like, this takes me back to some of, like, the games I used to play in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, when, like, 3D was just still kind of new. Like, this reminds me a little bit of Dark Age of Camelot. Because, you know, like, the fidelity of the art. Like, I mean, your character has very, very few polygons, right? And so if you're looking at it super closely, there's a lot of... It feels old-fashioned. But they've made a lot of, like, good choices about sort of, like, the way that the lighting is, the way that the, sort of just the whole image comes together. That still makes it really pretty, despite the fact that they're not working with the highest fidelity art. And like, you know, art doesn't actually need to be ultra modern to be pretty. Games were pretty back in the early 2000s, you know? Like, I remember taking a bunch of screenshots of my Dark Age of Camelot game, you know, I think, wow, that sunset is so gorgeous. And if we looked at it today, it would look, you know, technically vastly inferior to what you can do with modern stuff. But that didn't mean it wasn't pretty, right? And this, you know, they're basically taking the standards of those older games and exemplifying them and sort of making this game look good in the same way that those games looked good. So Quintarius Quincy says, as with all building games, drawing from real life buildings can be helpful. That's true. Like a lot of times when I'm building in a game, usually I kind of enjoy approaching it from like a functional angle. Be like, okay, what do I actually need? I'll build the most functional thing, and then I'll try to derive sort of the more artsy aspects of it from that functional version of it. Like I like to sort of like place things as I need them, and then stick to those decisions and have that inform kind of an unusual shape. But sometimes I can just end up with very pedestrian shapes. And so, yeah, so if you want to have something that really looks fancy, drawing from real world inspiration is a great way to do that. Okay, so let's raise ground. Okay, that was a lot. There's a lot of raising ground. Let's level the ground again a little bit. Did I just undo everything? I totally did. Okay. My understanding of how this works is very limited. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I don't like the way that looks. It looks like I just dropped a pile of crap on the ground, but... I don't know what else to do exactly. I'm gonna... One little leveling there. Maybe that's all right. Okay, so whatever I build here, it's going to want to have a roof on it. And okay, I can see a little bit better now. Let's see if I can get this to... Yes, 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 right there. Okay, good. Yeah, so whatever I build here, it's going to want to have a roof on it. And roofs can be a little bit of a challenge. If you build something that's just an enormous square, putting a roof on that can actually be really, really challenging. And so I don't want it to just be a giant square. And so what do we... How wide is this? This is... Okay, it's 3 wide, which means I won't be able to just stick 2 triangles next to each other and have that be it. I'm going to need to have like a crossbar across the top. But that's okay. I think that's fine. But yeah, I think that I would like to extend it a little bit further in this direction and then also bend it like an L over here. Or maybe like a little bit like an F. I don't know. Let's grab some floor and take it a little further. So, doink. How far out will it let me go? Doink. 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 And doink. Now this is getting way above the ground, which is kind of fun. Let's go one more layer out. And now this is looking precarious, but we've got tall pillars. Let's try sticking a tall pillar. Come on. Come on. There, oh, there. Come on. No, it happened. It happened. Oh, I keep almost getting it. There. Right there. All right. And then can I make this stick? Can I? Yeah, so if I go down here, I'm out of range, I think. Oh, there we go. Right there. And then there. And there. Okay, that worked. Let's grab our hoe. Raise the ground again. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm still in level mode. Let's raise it. Try to raise it just once for both. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Okay, cool. So we've got our foundation, and then I want to build like a little, I don't know, like a little gable sticking out the side here. So let's, not this. Let's just get a little bit more floor. This is too ambitious a house. I should not be doing this. So let's make it just as wide as the rest of this place, but just nice and short. And then the last thing I should do is I should make myself a chimney. So let's say that where I want my chimney is over here on this side. And so in order to have a good chimney, I'm going to need to have flat ground directly outside. So I'm going to... Do I want the chimney on this side or do I want it on the other side? No, the other side is even more building up. Let's not do that. So let's put a chimney. Let's put a little... Basically, you need to have sort of safe ground to... basically non-wooden ground to build your actual fire on. And your fire has... So basically, in order to get the benefits of a fire by your bed, you have to put it really, really close to your bed. If your bed's inside your house, that's a little tougher. And so you have to have some, like, flat dirt right close to one of your walls, or to one of your floors where you put your bed, so that you can stick a fire on it. So that's what that's going to be. And I think we're probably good here. I don't know. Is there anything else that this thing needs? I think we're right close to the edge. And so... Oh. Though I think, we could put, like, a balcony. We could put a balcony out here. If we want to. Thinking about it. It's a place where I can overlook the water, right? So let's do that. Okay, so we've got kind of a almost... I'm falling down. Almost an S-shaped house here. Or like a weird mutant T. So let's see. Can I... Not that one. Okay, so let's pillar this up, make it nice and stable looking. I mean, I think it's stable enough already to be functional, but I want to make it look stable. So I'm going to put more pillars than we actually need, just so that it doesn't look like it's about to collapse. Because that's just aesthetically, looking like it's about to collapse just isn't very pleasing. Ooh. Can I... Okay, so I think as long as I am standing within this, I can build outside of it. Oh, that's so fascinating. So basically, my build range is not within the circle. It's what I can reach while I'm standing within the circle. That's the build range. Oh, that's a fascinating way for it to work. Hey there, I'd like for this to work. Okay, maybe that's fine. That's a little bit above ground, but whatever. It's okay. And then one last little corner piece, and then yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, fine, we're fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. All right, let's see here. Patent Pending says the building of this reminds me of Raft a little bit. Certainly building a foundation like this absolutely reminds of Raft. That's a really good call. Because Raft is all about building something precisely like this. Okay, so we are going to want a door in the front. And so unfortunately, I think that a door has to be 2 meters tall. So the question is, how tall do we want to make this place? Because technically, it doesn't have to be particularly tall. Like, I can basically make the walls this high, because look, I'm this high, right? Especially if I put roofs above it, that's enough. And what you end up having is kind of a house. It doesn't look like a tall modern house. It looks a little bit like a like it's just a cozy little hobbit hut is sort of what it ends up looking like. So definitely the side with the chimney doesn't need doors or windows. So I'll start here. So this is the side with the chimney. Oops. And so what the chimney is going to look like is... It is going to be made out of wood. Eventually, I think you can work with stone and metal and stuff like that. Less flammable things. But for right now, wood is kind of the only game in town. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to... Dang it. So one thing you can do is overlap parts of a building, which is interesting. I'm wondering, can I extend this into the ground by snapping it? Is it snapped right now? Or can I actually get this? I think maybe I can't. That's fine. Whatever. So if I want to have windows, I think what I have to do is like build like sort of a half height thing. Like I kind of want to have just the one window. Maybe I'll just have just the one window. I kind of want it to be in the middle there, though. So I think maybe what I'll do is... Do we have a half... Yeah, okay, so let's do this. That looks weird. I don't want that. Kill it. Okay, so let's just decide where our window is. Our window's going to be there. And then we'll build this again. And that. And that, and then yeah, I think let's do a window at this end. Right there. So yeah, so Tank says it actually is okay to overlap like wall and beam pieces. So like how does the structural integrity stuff work? Like so I've been assuming... Oh, wait. Oh, this is my veranda. What am I doing? I've been assuming that structural integrity stuff, like, only applies to things that are snapped together. and that two things that overlap will not support each other. I made that up though. I don't know if that's true. So this is my porch. So we're just gonna have a door out to it, and then we'll have a window right here. And I have just run out of wood. Okay, it's time to go chopping again. Chopping in the dark. Chopping in the dark. All right, I need to work on my posture. I've been been sitting kind of weird this whole time. It looks like I haven't had my V8. Pat and Penny says, I love the way that sunset looks, right? Like I can't even see the sun, but I can see its reflection on the water, which is interesting. So the tank says, I've built a little lean-to that sits on a little half post with just enough room to fit a bed on 2 1x1 floors and a chest and tree walls and a roof piece and a fire, and gotten to comfort level 5. Wait, there's comfort levels? So yeah, see, I'm just so brand new to this game. I don't know anything about like all these factors involved. All right. So let's not chop down our workshop. How does that sound? Clearing all this land out. I guess I could probably end up building more things once I've got the space for it. So Ripcore said, my first time sailing gave me literal chills. I imagine from like the way things reflect off the water and stuff like that. I could totally see that. I honestly did not know there was sailing in this game. So that's new to me. Okay, it looks like this tree is on this other tree. Oh, gosh! So, yeah, that tree did enough damage to the second tree. Oh, gosh. Get away, get away. Okay. Yeah, that first tree did enough damage to the second tree that the second tree went down with just, like, one hit. So I imagine if I actually were to eat something, my stamina might recover a little bit faster. So let's do that. So check out the way that the hunger works. So I've eaten 2 different things. I can't eat 2 mushrooms in a row. Or at least I think I can eat a new mushroom when my other mushroom is like getting low. But I can't just pile up the mushrooms endlessly and get like a bunch of benefits. If I want to have more health and more, I think it affects my stamina. I have to eat 2 different things, have 2 different things in my stomach, which is just fascinating. Because I've played other games like, say, what's it called? Banished. Banished is a game where the health of your community, I think, is based a lot on the variety of their diet. And I like that they've sort of adopted that idea, though they handle it really differently. It's not like you are trying not to starve, or you've got sort of like an ongoing, health of your community level or something. You've just got your health that is used in action. But they basically took that idea of like the greater variety of foods you have found for yourself, the healthier you are, which, the meaning of health is different. And like in a video game where your health is how much damage you can take in combat, that's different from the kind of health that you get. Chop a grayling down like a tree. The kind of health that you get from eating a variety of foods. But that doesn't quite matter. Like, what you want from a game is not for necessarily all of the simulated elements to line up precisely with reality. What you want is for your choices in the game to feel like they're analogous and similar to the choices you would make in reality. And so it doesn't mean that they have to work exactly the same, but like, you want your character to be thinking, I will be healthier and I will be more likely to survive if I get a variety of foods in my diet. And it doesn't have to function the way it actually functions in reality, as long as that's the choice that you're making and the motivation that you have. And so I think this is a really good choice, making you sort of like seek out a variety of foods like you actually do if you don't want to be malnourished. And in this game, it's about being successful in combat primarily. That's the main benefit you get from it, is that you're more survivable in combat. You can make more mistakes in combat and still survive, which isn't usually what most of us are thinking of when we're thinking about having a balanced diet and wanting to be healthy. But it's close enough the motivations line up, and it feels legitimate to you as a player. So Ripcore says you can build a harbor next to your house. Now, when you say building a harbor, is that just building a floor out onto the water with pillars under it, or is there actually like a functional harbor piece that you build in order to like allow yourself to make boats? So that log is causing problems for other trees. Let's see how much damage it did to this beach. Those white trees, actually, you can't chop them down with an early stone axe. I think you have to like level up your axiness in order to get those to fall. Look at all that damage it's doing to other trees. That's great. All right. I think this will be my last 2 logs. I think I need to get back to building pretty soon. I mean, nighttime is a good time to go chopping because you're not as worried about the aesthetic appearance of the world when you're chopping wood. You're just functionally trying to get stuff. Whereas building your house, you want to do that in the daylight where you can really appreciate the aesthetics. Okay, so the tank says that you can have a weirdly placed beam, and as long as it's touching another beam, it can deliver structural support. And that he'll sometimes actually build a pillar in a weird place, and then just to provide temporary support while he's building something elaborate, and then remove it again. So I've actually done that, like in my other game that I was playing with my friend. I built a scaffold basically so that I could build my chimney, because otherwise I just couldn't reach high enough to build the thing. Which is funny because, I mean, that's just exactly what people, like, in real life, people build temporary structures in order to let them build other structures, then tear the temporary structures down. So it's not crazy to do that. It actually makes the game more realistic to require that. A lot of the times, it's easy to think, oh, it would be more realistic if the game let me divorce the camera from my character and build things that people can build in real life that the game's perspective doesn't let me build. But really, the realistic thing is limiting you to your perspective and then making you build temporary structures in order to reach things, which is what people actually do in real life. Okay, so Ripcore says you don't actually need to build a harbor. Oh, there you go. Okay, I've filled up my wood. You don't actually need to build a harbor in order to build a boat. You just, it's helpful. You can, but actually you can build a boat just by a river. So we will definitely worry about learning how boats work later on. Let's use our workbench to fix all of our tools. And then let's start building again. So one thing that would be helpful to have is stairs. So let's build some stairs. One thing I noticed when my friend and I were playing, we built stairs and a door, and actually our characters would trip over the lip all the time. I wonder if that's going to happen to me this time. If doors are problematic that way. Oh, you can build the door in a few different places, in or out. I wonder if I build it more inward. Okay, so far I can run up this, so that's good. So there's a door. Let's build another door, and let's build it inward, too. And then let's see. Okay, so if we want this to just be a cozy hobbit house, then we shouldn't build it too much taller than my character. However, I think I kind of want it to just be just slightly taller, so that I'm not just feeling all the time like I'm just sort of like ducking to fit underneath. So maybe I'll just go like one little half thing higher. Is that going to work? Is it going to let me do that? Okay, so it's got this little beam next to it, which is kind of strange. I don't know. That looks a little bit weird, putting that on top of that. I don't think I love that. And I don't think I can rotate it in a different way. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just go Hobbit style. Maybe I'll just build this right on top. And that still gives me some headspace, like having an arched roof or like a peaked roof does give me some headspace, so it's fine. It's fine. So let's build that. By the way, the reason I'm building a chimney, this is worth pointing out. When you build if you build a fire indoors, they will actually calculate whether or not the smoke can escape. And if the smoke cannot escape, then the interior space just slowly fills with smoke and then asphyxiates you. So the reason I'm building a chimney is so that I can have a roof over my head, but have one little section that does not have a roof where the smoke from my fireplace can escape. So, do that. And then enclose it. So we've got a little fireplace there. Then we will grab this again. Put it right there. Rotate it around. Put it there. And then build this this way. Like that. So I can look out my little window. It's cute. Let's put this there. And let's can I walk through here? Yes. Okay, good. I was worried that the door was just going to be a little bit too constrained, but nope, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, okay. So actually, the tank is saying when I'm building my chimney, I should actually put a roof over it, not to seal it in, like maybe a roof up on pillars or something, but to keep the rain from falling on it. That is good advice. Thank you. So, okay, so now we need to put little peaks on these roofs. So let's grab, I think is it this piece that we want? Okay, it is, but I can't get up there. So, but this is another value of windows. I could jump up onto the windows, and now I'm up high enough that I can place my roof peaks. Oh, and I just realized I never actually made this window here. I ran out of wood right here. So, let's place that. And, oh, come on. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. I hope I don't have to build a lot of scaffolds. That'll be annoying. All right there. And then this side is, oh, there we go. I've got a window here. So I was about to say this side's gonna give me trouble, but no, I do have a window. Before I place that though, I'm wondering, can I build a little bit more chimney? Can I? Come on, right there. Yes! 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 Oh, wait. Oop, wrong button. Yes! And yes. And then I think we can still... Can I still build the crossbar there? I think I can. Yep, it just overlaps. But it's fine. They let you overlap stuff, which is kind of neat. Okay, so... in order to have a roof that goes this far, I need to have a beam across the middle. And in order to have a beam, I'm going to need to have pillars. So this is where the building gets really interesting, where you actually have to think about things like structural integrity. That is, I can't build out any further than that. So 2 beams can be sort of self-supporting, and then that is it. So, one question. Okay, yeah, so I wasn't sure if this was a thing I could do. Like, can I... Okay, I think I can't... Yeah, it's saying that I will wreck this if I put it right there. But if I put this on the corner like that, is that where I want it to be? Then put a cross on it like that. I think that'll work, because I was thinking I might have to put pillars down the middle of my house, but that would be inconvenient, right? To have pillars like that? Like, nobody wants that garbage right in the middle of their house. But if you've got these 45... I've never used these 45-degree beams before, but if I put those right there, then I can sort of brace my beams. So this is just every 2 units, basically. So I can just, like, place that there. And then... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. This is an even number wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is 360 degrees. Oh, but I can't do it over here. Okay, this is going to be interesting. All right. Right here, where I would put the beams, I can't put beams. But maybe supporting it from one side will be enough. All right, cool. I love this. So, like, for me, like, yeah, sure, Valheim has got, like, boss battles and crap. But for me, I'm just like, who cares? Like, I could literally do this all day. For me, the reason to progress in this game is just so I can do more of this. Okay, so it looks like it won't center it on there. I need to put it on the other beam to get it to attach the way I want it to. So, yeah, I think this works just fine. There we go. So we've got kind of a spine on this thing. Patent Pending says, the real boss battle is trying to get those foundation pillars into the ground, right? Oh, wait. Okay, this one actually does line up. I actually can do this. What do I do? I actually can do this one. Okay. So this one works. But the other one would have to go in a weird place. So I'm not going to place that one. But actually, I wonder, what happens if I place this right here? Is that anything? Huh. I don't know. I think this might be the way we want it. Let's start building a roof. So should I start with the roof ridge? Yes. Okay, so that just fits right over the beam nicely. There we go. Okay, so we've got a roof ridge. Then I'm going to build just the roofs over here because I want to be able to climb up on this to figure out my whole chimney situation. That and like that. Okay, so now let's get up here. Oh wait, I forgot. I think you can't actually climb on these roofs. I think that they're just barely too steep for your feet. So I think that even if I do get up here, I think I might actually struggle. Yep, I might need a scaffold. That's kind of weird. That little gap over the ground is kind of strange. Okay, whatever. We'll just ignore it. We'll pretend it's not there. Because I want to build some kind of little thing. Oh, Peroxica says, to stand on a roof, place a horizontal beam on the roof. I think I know what you mean. Let me, it sounds like you're suggesting that I do something like this. Is that what you're suggesting? Okay, let's get back inside. Try this again. Okay, that does backstop me so I land on the ground. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then as long as I get up here. Thank you, Peroxicus. Oh, that was so helpful. That was so helpful. Okay, so now let's build ourselves a venting thing here. Okay, so the smoke can escape through this, but we can put a little roof over it. And I think just a little roof ridge will do it, right? Will it? Oh, it's gotta. Will it actually sit on top of? Maybe not directly. Maybe I need to. What do I need to do? Maybe I need to put something like this on it. Something like that. And then a flat roof ridge. And then another one on this side. What do y'all think? Does that work? Those of you who are experienced with this game, does that seem like it'll let the smoke out but also keep the rain off my fire? And then just remove these two beams so that the thatch looks nice hanging over like that. So the tank says, what's nice is there's actually no wrong answers. I mean, certainly as far as design goes, you're right. There are no wrong answers. I think that as far as engineering goes, there might be things that physically work and things that do not physically work. So that's what I was more nervous about, was just like, am I doing something that just makes no freaking sense? And, you know, will not have the intended effect? But if that solution looks like it'll work to you, then I will accept it. Okay, so I think that's all of the roofs that go that way. So then we will place that roof, and that roof, and that roof. And the sun is in my eyes! There we go. Oh, missing oh, I'm out of wood! I'm out of wood, I'm out of wood, I'm out of wood. Okay, okay, fine. Fine. I actually left some wood up here. We're getting so close to being done. Getting so close. Wait, what's that noise? Oh, gosh! What the heck? Hey, screw you, boar. Be on fire, boar. All right, there you go. Anyway. By the way, note that I had both my axe and my torch equipped at the same time. The torch actually equips in your off... Get out of here, you little butt. The torch actually equips in your offhand. So you can have it equipped at the same time you've got something else equipped, which is kind of nice. Collecting a bunch of wood. So this mossy log, was this just placed as part of the world initially? Or is that a fallen log from a tree I chopped down, and over time it became mossy? Ripcore's like, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. So far meat has not been on my menu at all, actually, because I have failed to make myself any kind of campfire. Okay, so that's supported by the tree I can't chop down, so I'm going to keep chopping from here. Okay, so Tank says that actually that log was decoratively placed. That isn't something that just... Ow! Oh, gosh. Ah! Okay, that caused me to bleed. That seems bad. You know what? Let me eat some food here. I'm not going to eat raw food, but I'll eat this. That's a dandelion. What the heck is it for? I don't know. Anyway. All right. I don't think I need that much more wood, but I don't want to come out again. I want to be done chopping wood. So we're going to chop as much wood as we can right now. Because I still need to put a little, like, fence around my balcony. I need to make a campfire. I need to make a bed. You know, there's a bunch of crap I need to do, so. Get away. No. There you go. Take that, ya butt. All right. So Ripcore says, this music takes me back. So actually, yeah, I should mention, by the way, the music for this game is very soothing. You know, that's actually one of the things that I think really makes Minecraft work too. Like when you're playing a game that involves a lot of, you know, mining stuff, for instance. What is that? That's a deer. Okay, good. Like mining stuff, chopping stuff. You want to have something to sort of keep the, like, all the parts of your brain occupied. You get really bored if you're doing one thing and the rest of your brain is just like doing nothing. And so having something like just really nice soothing music playing at the same time can make the entire experience feel better for reasons that are like, it's not always easy to tell that that's what's happening. It's not always easy to tell that the reason you're having fun playing a game like this is because the music is so good. Look at that! Oh, cascading. Oh gosh, please don't hit my house. Okay. Oh, I love cascading tree collapses. So Dingus Chief says, I remember the trees being much more murderous. I mean, so I have definitely been hit by trees playing on my own. I've been hit by trees many times. And so what you're seeing is me mostly avoiding them. Obviously, I have been hit by one tree so far, and it was pretty deadly. But it was only the one. And hopefully another one won't hit me before I get a chance to make a bed and decide where my respawn point is. That is the win condition for this episode, is me having a bed in a comfy place where I can save. So Ripcore says they actually have the original soundtrack of this game on Spotify, and that it's just lovely. Yeah, this sounds like this would be a really soothing thing to listen to when you're doing other stuff. That's a good call. I didn't know that the soundtrack was available. Okay. So, get our hammer back. What were we doing? We were placing roof bit. There we go. And then let's place that one. And that one. And then it gets interesting. One thing I really appreciate about this game is they have given us a nice variety of roof pieces that we can use to sort of handle this weird geometry. Like they've got an inside corner here that you can stick in places like this. And this. Wait, did I might not have placed the other one quite right. Hold on. Let's take that one off again and try again. Actually, no, I think I was deceived. I was deceived by the beam. I thought it was out of alignment because of the beam, but well. Oh, that is better. Yes, okay, it was a little bit out of alignment. So there we go. So now when we go outside and look at it, it looks like a nice little bend in the roof, right? That's pretty cool. All right, and then we want to come out here to our balcony, and let's make this, health and safety. Let's make a little fence. You always got to keep health and safety in mind. Actually, I'm wondering. Oh, can't build it where I'm standing. There we go. All right. I think this... Will the balcony look better if it's got... Okay. I'm trying to get to a position where I can stand in workbench range. You know what? I'm not worrying about it. Never mind. Let's just put beams on. Put a beam there. Put one there. Put one there. Just manufacture a little railing for myself. Not a grayling, but a railing. There we go. So now, I think we've got the entire, like, shell of the house. What we really need at this stage is furniture. So let's close our door so the graylings don't get in. Stupid graylings. And let's start building our actual stuff. So, if you look at the build menu, get into the miscellaneous section, I think. Campfire. Oh, I need stones for a campfire. Okay, and what about furniture? Bed. Bed I can build. And chest I can build. So let's build a bed. Build it right here, very close to where the fire's gonna be. To keep me warm. What? Ah! Freaking! Hold on, I'll talk to you in a second, Huggins. Put our chest there. Okay, what do you want, Huggins? Sleep the night away in your bed and awaken feeling refreshed and full of energy. Another improvement to your home would be some chests where you can store items. Already did it. It's a good practice to always have some spare equipment. Yeah, that's true. So if you get killed, you drop all of your equipment at the side of your death. And so, for instance, you might want to have an axe waiting for you, so that you can, immediately go out and chop something, chop whatever it was that chopped you. But now I've got to go out and find stones. And this is probably going to be the thing that kills me. Oh yeah, if it's going to be the thing that kills me, you know what I should do? I should sleep. Let's claim this bed. And now my spawn point is set. So now I can go out there, find some stones, and if I get killed in the process, it's fine. So what is dropped over here? A bunch of wood from a previous chopping session. Okay, so if I'm searching exclusively along the riverbank, yeah, I'm going to find a bunch of flint, but not necessarily a bunch of stone. No, okay, there's some stone. How much stone do I need? Oh, I've got 5 now. Well, actually, I think I might kind of want... I don't know. Can I build a cooking station inside a fireplace that small? If I can, then I've got enough stone. If I can't, though, I should probably grab some more so I can build a cooking station outside. Oh, crap. It's a neck! Take that. Yay, necktail! Necktails. Do 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 do. Life is like a hurricane in Neckburg. You know what I'm singing. I don't need to get that in your head any more than I have. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, no, lots of stone. Sometimes stone is really hard to find. This feels like the mother lode right here. Okay, I think that was enough, actually. Let's head back home. Oh, and it marks... Check out the mini-map up there. It marks the bed on my map. I didn't realize that it did that. So, great. I was thinking I might have to place a signpost or something to make my home easier to get back to. But, no. It looks like the bed takes care of that for me. I imagine that works primarily for the bed that you have actually claimed. Like, I'm betting every bed doesn't show up on the map, just the one that's yours. I could eat another bite. Okay, so, now that I've got some stones, let's build a campfire. All right, so... My hope is, when I build this campfire, it will not burn my house down. We will certainly see. Okay, so now I'm in a warm place and I'm resting. That's making me so nervous, but it looks like it's not catching. So let's, where is the cooking station? There it is, cooking station. So can I build the cooking station? Can I build that indoors? It looks like I can. Let's line this up nicely. All right, so now I can cook the meat that I've been collecting. Yay, we're cooking meat. I can't select what meat to put on it, which is odd. Unless I just am missing an option somewhere. Like what? Hey! Hey, get out of here! Oh, crap. I'm gonna beat up my house. I don't want to beat up my house. Okay, gosh. I ran myself out of stamina beating up my own house. Okay, is there a way... There's got to be a way to repair stuff, right? I'm pretty sure... Like, I think we just did some damage to my house. Do I have to just leave the damage there, or can I do something about it? Okay, I think that was just the sound of my food getting done. Let's, place that right there so we can find the door. Okay, so Type Metal says, were you talking about, Type Metal says use the hammer icon. So I'm not sure what you mean by the hammer icon. I mean, I've got the physical hammer. And I don't see a hammer icon. Oh, that is the hammer icon. Okay, got it. So I'm not sure what I hit. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so the amount of damage I did was not particularly high. So I just did a tiny bit of damage, and I just fixed it, so we're fine. We're fine. Thank you. Okay, I just didn't even notice. I was looking at that hammer icon, and it just looked like, oh, this is the tool you're using. And I didn't realize it was actually the repair icon. So that makes sense. So let's... So now... I've got some cooked food, so I can eat some of this. And wait, where did my... I could have sworn I picked up some cooked food, didn't I? Where is it? Am I just... A lump of coal. Oh, did I leave it in too long? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I left it in too long. I didn't realize that was a thing. Okay, so now I've eaten some necktail, which is more nutritious than strawberries, or raspberries, whatever those are. So there you go. Yeah. So Peroxicus is like, oh, they're extra crispy. All right, so I'm going to put the stuff I don't need in here. So, for instance, I don't need that. Leather scraps, I'm sure I can do something with them, but I don't know what. Resin, I'm not sure what that's for yet. That. Beech seeds, I don't need quite yet. Boar trophy? What? How do I place the boar trophy? Excuse me. Is it now a thing that I can build? Is it a buildable thing? Oh, there's a raft. Okay, we got a raft. Coin pile, coin stack, so no. Furniture? Able to sign. a wood torch if I have more resin, which I don't. I don't see a boar trophy here, so that must not be how to do it. Oh, okay, I need a trophy stand, apparently. Okay. So we'll worry about that later. When I figure out how to make a trophy stand. So yeah, okay, so I think we have got... Oh, look at that! Check it out, you see the smoke! The smoke is coming out of my cool chimney! Look at that stuff. Oh, that's great. I'm cold, but I'm rested. I don't know what rested does. I assume maybe it gives me some kind of like stamina benefit. So if I hang out here for a while, I'll be rested. I bet if I sleep here, I'll be even more rested. So let's sleep in our new house. Oh, so Dingus Chief says I can actually be selective about my meat if I put it in the hot bar and use the meat rather than using the cooking station. That makes sense. I will try that in the future. Okay, so really all that remains is I want it to be daytime so that I can get a really nice shot of my house for the thumbnail. Is that too much to ask, son? Come on, son, come up. Come up so that we can do this. Tight Metal says, this is all fun and games until you try to build an overly large chimney and cause half the house to collapse. I do still really love the fact that my chimney is hovering above the ground. So you can totally, like, that's ridiculous. But whatever. I probably could have raised the level of the floor just a little bit more if I were clever, but I'm not. So there you go. So yeah, let's just let it get a little bit brighter, and then we'll get a lovely shot of this house, and feel proud of ourselves. This is even a fancier house than the one I built with my friend. Like we were pretty proud of our fancy house, but I love how you can actually like seriously get better at architecture over time with this game. Like you can, like the more practice you get, the more like good ideas that you have, and you can actually, you know, that's a skill that you can develop in this game. You know. It's not just, oh, there's a house, build the house, so the house is done. Like, you can really get weird with this. And one game, if you like this kind of, like, piece-by-piece building, go check out Sons of the Forest. Sons of the Forest has an even more insane building system. Where, and this is something I didn't realize, that basically, you know, when I first started messing with the system, you could place down these blueprints. And then as you placed resources on the blueprints, individual logs and individual rocks would like appear on the building, and I was like, oh wow, they're really sort of, you know, taking the buildings you can build, and like the fidelity of like how the stuff comes together from the resources is really, really high. And it didn't occur to me until somebody showed me that actually those blueprints that let you build sort of specific buildings that are pre-planned by the developers, those are optional. You can actually just build all of the stuff piece by piece, which is insane. I can't believe that's how it works. But so is this a good angle on my house? I'm trying to think, what is going to be the best angle to show off my house? Like, let's look at it from this side, because this is the side. This is the side where it's lit better by the sun. Is that flint? Yes. This is the side that's lit better by the sun, and also that shows off the lovely fireplace crack underneath it. So maybe this is it's not the best angle though, right? Like it's really, really low angle, and it looks kind of awkward. Maybe something like this is good? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try a bunch of different angles and just see which one ends up being the right one for the thumbnail. Like maybe something like that. That makes it look kind of quaint right there, right? That's a nice quaint one. I got my character in front of it, but that's okay. My character's cool too. I got a cool character. Her name's Sigrid. And you should totally, by the pop star that I named Sigrid after, you should totally look her up. She's got some really fun music that I listen to whenever I'm balancing my bank account. I don't know if that's a really good endorsement, but there you go. So Tight Metal says apparently you can place at weird angles if you hold shift while placing pieces. So shift is not an option for me because I'm playing on console, but I can see like LB plus like right stick shows alternative placement mode, and maybe that's the thing you're talking about that'll let you place really weird stuff. Oh yeah, oh that's right. So Dingus Chief is pointing out that I can actually make my character sit if I want to. I think it's down on the D-pad actually. That puts my character, puts the camera a little bit in a weird place too, but it does put my character out of range. The camera is slow to catch up, so maybe if the perfect angle in the house is this, I can capture it right after my character sits, and then we've got our thumbnail. That's probably going to be our thumbnail. So, awesome, there's my house, and we are getting close to the time when I've got a meeting that I've got to get to. We got a lovely feature that we need to design, so I'll have to talk to you all later, but thank you for hanging out with me and playing Valheim. So, again, I've gotten into almost no fights. I'm not exactly going after bosses or anything like that. I think the next time we play this game, we should run out and try to find more resources, things like flint. We should expand our workbench. We should, because I've never expanded my workbench before, and apparently that's a thing that you can do if you collect enough flint. So we'll try out what that is. There are like little ruins out in the world that contain chests that have resources in them that aren't as easy to get in other ways. There's probably more monsters to fight. There's a bunch of trouble we can get into now that we've got a home base that we can return to. So I look forward to that. Other stuff that I intend to play this week, I want to get into Resident Evil 4 too, because that is another viewer request. So maybe I'll play other games for a little bit, and then I'll come back to Valheim again. Maybe once I've got a little bit more experience, maybe I'll play with my friend Christian this weekend, learn a few more things, and then come back knowing a little bit more about the game. That might be a good use of my time. Let's see here. So Tight Metal says that he'll come in and give me extra resources if I give more information about like the next update to State of Decay 2. I don't have any more information about the update to State of Decay 2 than I've already given on the official stream because I'm not on the team. I only know what they tell me. So I don't have that to offer you, so we can't possibly make that exchange. Anyway, I need to go prep for my meeting, so let's get out of here. Put the usual YouTube stuff on the screen, and the next time I come back and play Valheim, I, of course, will stick the video right there. And in the meantime, I will show you something else. So yeah, I'll see y'all later.